Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson and Lord willing share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwath, which is pretty much going to show the end results, of a Jake, having a run-in with the law and, making that one common mistake they always do. And they don't agree with thine adversary quickly, which always ends bad, man. Whether you get sprawled out or you heap up, a bunch of charges and you get a ridiculous sentence. You see, because you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, have yet to learn from your mistakes, man. And you refuse to turn back to your power. So you're going to continue, to be afflicted, man. You wicked so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, before I get this article, let's get this. Let's go to the book of Matthew. Chapter 5 and verse 25, and it reads, and this is red letter, all right? This is our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach speaking, man. Agree with thine adversary quickly, okay? And what's an adversary? An enemy, all right? And pursuing the Psalms, the 83rd chapter, all right? All these heathen nations are the enemy to Yasha Allah, to Israel, okay? But there's one in particular, okay? Our arch enemy, which is none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, beginning with the chief house of Edom, which is Amalek. Okay, these small hats, these gutter rats, these, international banking families, man. You see? And ultimately, they've been given power, all right, pursuing the 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, all right? They are the gods of this world, man, which means powers, okay? And obviously their sovereignty has been given them, by our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, pursuant to Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter. You see? And ultimately everyone under them, to their, judicial officials, to their officers, man, these public servants, man, literally have been given power from our power. You see? So when you, Jake, don't agree, all right, this is why you're being visited, all right, with a cruel messenger. Because you're pretty much bucking up to the Lord. Because the reason why you're having these encounters is because you're wicked. You see? You niggas are wicked. And all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are niggas, man, that refuse to hearken to this word, man. And you want to live a life of wickedness. You see? Whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. You see? And this is exactly what happened in this case scenario. All right? Now this article is from Complex, right? And it's dated April 13th, 2023. Right, the title reads, Texas man sentenced to 70 years. Yeah, you heard right, 7-0. For what? For spitting at police officers, man. And I say good, man. Because you're going to find out that this is a wicked nigga, is what this is. Okay, matter of fact, I'm not going to play this video, but there's a picture right here. It's loading, I don't know why, but hey, this nigga's wicked, man. tattoos on his face, got caught up in some robbery scenarios. This man is an animal. You see? His whole head is sick. He needs to be reset, ultimately. This is why he's acting barbaric like this. He's through. Hey, and I say good riddance, man. You know? You don't know that this damn devil, evil Eve, will throw you under the jail yet? You don't know that yet? You know, you niggas still want to be running around here acting crazy. Right, let's read some of this. 36-year-old Texas man Larry Pearson has been sentenced to 70 years in prison for allegedly, so they gave him life, man. See? For allegedly spitting at Lubbock police officers, reports. KLBK and KAMC reports. Pearson was arrested in May 2022 when a person flagged down an officer for alleged domestic violence. The victim informed the officers that Pearson hit her multiple times and that he had a firearm. Prosecutor Jessica Gorman said the gun later turned out to be an airsoft gun, and the victim had multiple visible injuries. At the time of the incident, Pearson was taken into custody. At one point, he started to kick the doors inside the police vehicle. See, this man is barbaric. See? Look how he's carrying on. And when he got spirits on him too, ultimately. And when he arrived at the Lubbock County Detention Center, he allegedly kept spitting at officers. You see? This man didn't agree with that adversary quickly. Ultimately, again, he was bucking up to the authority Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has put in place. Because if you can imagine, if he would have just... Let's just keep reading. At the sentencing this week, Pearson was found guilty of 2 counts of harassment of a public servant. Gorman asked the jury to send a message to Pearson with his sentencing, noting that he had previous convictions of continuous family violence and aggravated robbery. See that? This man was out here acting like a maniac, man. On account of those convictions, he was facing a minimum sentence of 25 years. Instead, he was sentenced to 70. Quote, if you're going to live the life of crime, you're going to do it. You're going to do that among other criminals in prison, said Gorman. You're not going to get 70 years for something like this when you've never been in trouble before. Right, and you see, hey, he didn't agree with that adversary quickly. All he had to do was agree. Right? Take it on the chin. You were beating on old girl. The evidence was on her body. Hey, go in, get booked. Possibly get bailed. Hey, you already had things over your head. Hey, you would have been able to walk out of there with that 25, and you would have did less. Chances are you would have did less. Now you're doing life. See? This man's life is gone. Okay? Why? Because he chose to not agree with that adversary, man. And this just goes to show this wisdom, knowledge, understanding is, it's preserving. It's what's going to preserve us in the days to come. It's preserving us now. One of the Akiyama Akwav get pulled over, and we know how to move. See, we know how to yikwab these officers, man. We'll be just as nice to them. And they can be rude to us. We'll kill them with kindness. Do everything they say. Don't make any false moves. Make them feel comfortable. Hey, it's all in the body language and the tone of your voice, man. You got to use, that's that wisdom that 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans don't have. All right? This is why you keep falling in the snares and in the net of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man system. And now this dude's out of there, man. You see? Let's go to the scriptures. Let's get this in Ecclesiasticus. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach. Chapter 9. You Akiamenakwath know where I'm going. Right? In verse 13 it reads, keep thee far from the man that have power to kill. See? So, hey, pursuing the Job 9 and 24. All right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, okay, has been given the power of the earth. Who gave it to him? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, pursuing the wisdom of Solomon. Okay? The 6th chapter. And we can prove that. As a matter of fact, Jake, go read it. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, 1, 2, 3. All right? Sovereignty is given of the Lord. All this power that these devils got is of the Lord. And then we can also, what's that? Is that Romans 13 as well? Matter of fact, I think I'm going to get that, but let's finish this. Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill, right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You see, and now he was given a blessing back in Genesis 27. And what was it? The sword, which is a killing instrument, right? So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, right? Don't make no mistake, man. Because that can very well cost you your life. Yo, you see, this man lost his life. Because he's doing life in the penitentiary, man. He's out of it. He's through. Make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently, see? And this is why we always see Jay getting sprawled out, man. When it comes to them having these encounters with the police. Jake wants to try to run. They want to stop reaching for stuff in the car. You know? They want to try to drive off. Jake does it, to himself, really. Right, let's continue on. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares. What's a snare? A trap. And that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city, man. And Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, is full of traps. You see, this is the abominations of the earth, man, pursuing the Revelation 17. You see? This is the land of the shadow of death. All right? This is the land of the shadow of death, man. The land of darkness, where even the light is as darkness, man. And this is where you, Jake, continue to err, man. You see, but you're appointed to this wrath. You're appointed to it. Let's get that Romans real quick. And this is not going to be a long lesson. Just, giving a warning to, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. Take heed. Take heed to this word. All right? This word preserves, man. You see? What's that? Isaiah 33 and 6. Through this word, man. Through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability in our time, man. And the strength of salvation. This word is critical to have. And that's Aki Amenakwath know that. You 2/3 so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans lack that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. No, you lack that understanding. Romans 13 and 1, and it reads, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Let's blow this up. Let's read that again. The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 1, and it reads, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The powers that be are ordained. You see? Of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's get this word ordained real quick.
Ordain.
All right. Make someone a priest or minister, right? Comfort, orders on, appoint. Let's see. That's heavy. That's heavy. Or let's get to order or decree something officially. You see? Set down, fix, or stop. Right. Order, decree, rule. See? So, hey, these damn devils are in power because of our power. All right? You trickle all the way down to their minions, right? These judges, right? These cops, right? Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai set them up, man. See, they're ordained to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See, you 2/3 Jakes don't know that though. You don't know that these devils have been set over us, man. It's Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that's allowing them to kill you wicked niggas, man. But you don't know that though. The book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 2, and it reads, whosoever therefore resisteth the powers, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. And this is why you keep getting put down. You see? And don't get it twisted. We understand that, if this damn devil, tries to make us do something that's outside of the order of our power. For instance, our power, right? These laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Supersede the laws of the land, to just keep us in layman's terms. You see? We'll, like Yahweh Shai said to the Pharisees back in Matthew. I believe that's Matthew the 22nd chapter. You see? He told them what? Render to Caesar what is Caesar's, man. And matter of fact, let's go get that. Let me go get that real quick. We'll just read through it real quick. The book of Matthew chapter 22. See? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. This is beautiful, man. Yeah, it's right here. This is beautiful. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he showed us how to move, man, through these scriptures. These accounts, man, will teach a lot. All right, this is Matthew 22. Wow, verse 21 is the point where I kind of don't want to just jump in there like that. Let's start at verse 15. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk, right? They were trying to confound Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? These wicked Pharisees, man. And no, not all the Sadducees and Pharisees and scribes were wicked. Not all of them were wicked. But these niggas right here were, though. Right? They were trying to entangle him in his talk. Right? Catch him in a lie or confound him. Because Yahweh Shai was always confounding them. Right? And they sent out unto him their disciples with the Herodians, saying, Master, we know that thou art true, and teachest the way of Yahweh in truth. Neither carest thou for any man, for thou regardest not the person of men. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Yahweh Shai perceived their wickedness, see? Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts, man. And what's so beautiful about that, and heavy as well, is that scripture says that we have an unction from the Holy One, man. We have the mind of Hamashiach. Hey, this is why we can read these people out. Not to go off subject, but I'm just saying, this is why we have that discernment through the Spirit. Hey, I know you Akiyam can relate. And we can see through these people like a looking glass. You Akwath for them as well. But, I'm speaking mainly to the Akiyam, being that, we've been endowed with the Spirit, man. We've been given the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. of these scriptures, man. You know, our eye salve is on a whole nother level. The Akiyam. You know, we can look, we can see through these people like a looking glass, man. And once they open their mouth, it seals the deal. Oh, and let me not forget, and not gaze in their eyes. Because you know the eyes are that's the window to the soul right there, man. When you look into these people's eyes, man, you can see them demons on them. And once they open their mouth, in their speech, the way they move, the way they talk, how they think, you know they're through. You knew they were through before you even got all far into it like that. Anyways, let me continue on. But that's the spirit. Yahweh Shai perceived their wickedness, see? And said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. Right? And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and subscription? Right? And here's the point. They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto Yahweh the things that are Yahweh's, you see? And we come in that same stead. So when it comes down to the get down, when this man offers society that grain of rice, right, that marker, the BEAST, pursuant to Revelations 13 and 16, okay, we understand clearly that we are not to do such a thing in efforts to try and establish ourselves in this man's kingdom. See, that's a capital offense. And pursuant to Revelations 14, hey, you're going to be burnt alive, man, if you do so. So we understand, hey, we are to render to Caesar what is Caesar, right? Hey, we're going to render to Esau what's Esau. We're going to stop at stop signs, red lights, okay? We're going to pay our taxes, all right? And we're going to work. We're going to work in this man's society, right? We're going to, keep the laws of the land unless they go outside of our power source, man. Because again, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai supersedes the land, the laws of the land, man. Point blank, period. You see that? So let's go back. Let's go back to that Romans 13. Let me get a little more there. The book of Romans. Back in the book of Romans, chapter 13. Let me read verse 2 again. The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 2, and it reads, whosoever therefore resisteth the powers, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Right? And this is why we see Jay getting judged up. When they come up against these officials, man. They do them dirty. They do them in. Because ultimately, it's the anger of the Lord flaring up on them. You see? Being that he has ordained those powers, man. Let's get this. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil, see? And this is how we know you niggas are wicked. The ones that are getting done in. All right? The way you're getting done in. You are wicked niggas, man. This was a wicked nigga, okay? That's doing 70 years. And Esau's going to throw you under the jail. You see? Because ultimately it was the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that to be. Because you wicked niggas won't learn. Okay? Until you wicked niggas come to the understanding of being obedient to your power is the only way. All right? Hey, you're going to continue to be mercilessly put to death, man. By these police. And these heathen in general, man. You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to allow it to happen. Let's continue on. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? And there's a question mark there, man. Because again, you got to understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ordained them. Every single cop you see, all right, that was their destiny to be a cop. The Lord ordained, the Lord set that up. The Lord put that power in their hands. You see? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. See? Hey, that's Akiyam and Akwath. And we're going to walk in the Spirit. We're going to walk in the Spirit. And that's going to automatically give us the peace we need. All right? Pursuant to, what's that? That's Romans as well. Let's close out here. If the Spirit allows. I didn't want to make this too long. The book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 6. Hey, but you, Jake, got to learn. Hey, these judgment videos got to continue to go out. You know? For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans watching in the background. Okay? Not fully committing to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. 1 foot in. You got 1 foot in and you got 1 foot out. Hey, this is a warning. You're going to find yourself in a situation. And you got to make a decision. You got to choose ye this day who you're going to serve, man. Are you going to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Or are you going to continue to, are you going to tiptoe around? Okay? And you can't serve two masters, man. You can't serve two masters. There's going to come a time where the Lord's going to say, you know what? I'm sick of this wicked nigga that's playing with me, man. And those of you out there playing around, all right, doing things behind the scenes, thinking nobody can see you. The angels are seeing everything you're doing, man. And sooner or later, you're going to be found out. Right? The book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 6, and it reads, for to be carnally minded is death. And the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are carnally minded. See? Let's get a little more. Let's wrap up right here. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You see? And this is why, hey, we had to stay tapped into the Spirit. You know? The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, for allowing us to even understand this, man. You know, this is a great act of mercy. You know? But for the rest of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, man, hey, you better be afraid. You better be very afraid, man. You better be very afraid. And the phone chimed in. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not playing, man. He's not playing. Okay, hey, the end is come. We are at the end of this thing. And unless you want to be covered by your power, hey, you better get yourself together. Or you're going to end up like this Jake doing 70 years of spitting on an officer. You're going to find yourself continuously being afflicted. Okay? You're going to find yourself being put down grievously, man. Ultimately. You see? Hey, get yourself together, Jake. Don't end up like this guy. You know? Repent. All right? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwedash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Kal Halaliam La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwedash. Shalom.